The mute.
Yeah, which
They're coming in on the camera feed. You can get them right here.
okay.
Camera 7. Just you could take them off right there.
Okay.
But I don't mind talking over it. Most of the stuff we're going to want to talk it over.
Okay, where are we now? Hold on. We're here.
So you don't need to stream on that. If you
I'll pull off the.
you're just monitoring it. And there you have it.
Just like that.
Just
We're
like
live.
that.
Just like that.
You're in Vermont.
I am in Vermont. We are in Vermont.
Moonlight in Vermont.
You know what's a shame? You can't. Can they see the people?
There's
Probably
moonlight
not.
out there.
There's moonlight.
Well,
there's
cut
people.
to camera 4. They can see it.
Okay, so I am there. There's a live cam shot out. Is that someone's leg?
It's me.
Oh.
It's the you're seeing the glass.
I thought someone's leg was coming out of a tent.
I'd have to.
Yeah. So we are in Essex Junction, Vermont, which is absolutely beautiful.
Not far from Burlington.
No, it's about 15 minutes away, Burlington.
Not even. Yeah.
And we're at the Champlain Valley Fair. It is so beautiful here, really gorgeous. And I'm so happy. This is my second year playing here. I'm so honored to be back because it's such a beautiful place and people are so nice here. And we started yesterday. Kyle and I did 3 shows yesterday, 3 today,
Yep.
2 days down, baby, 9 to go. It's an 11-day extravaganza. So how are you? I haven't seen you all day.
I've been here.
I know.
We've been working on getting ready for the exhibit at the Sphere.
You know what? Are you allowed to talk about that?
Not in any great detail, but
Yeah.
everybody knows there's a Wizard of Oz
I am
exhibit.
very excited about that. You know, the Wizard of Oz is coming to the Sphere, and you know who I think must be losing his mind, and I need to talk to him because I haven't talked to him in so long. Philip Bambarger. He is the Wizard of Oz expert. I mean, he loves the Wizard of Oz.
Well, what I can say is that the Debbie collection will be on exhibit for some of the showings.
Yeah.
For the opening and some of the things. We're working it out right now. There's
Yeah.
some logistic issues, but for the premiere and other things. But I'll tell you, it's going to be something else to see. You guys should
I am
watch the
so
previews. It's
jealous
amazing.
because you're going home on Monday, and Kyle and I are going to hold the fort down, the literal fort, and you're going to go to the opening. I am.
I am.
Do
And
you
you know-
realize that I have missed the Oscars? Because I was on the road. When
Well, we
Debbie,
did go one time together.
No, but when Debbie got her
Yes.
Oscar, I was on
You
the
do
road.
miss a lot of stuff. In fact, this
I
time
miss a
they
lot
gave
of
me
stuff.
2 premiere tickets, and they when they found out you couldn't go, they tried to pull it back in, and I said, no, I'm bringing a date, and they said, who's your date? I said, Dusty Epson.
Okay, now why? Of course, in case anybody doesn't know, but I know if you love the Wizard of Oz, then you absolutely know. This is probably a known fact to anyone who's a Wizard of Oz aficionado, is that Dusty Ebsen is Buddy Ebsen's son, great guy, and one of Todd's very closest friends for forever, since you were super young.
Well, since the 80s, early 80s, very
And his
early.
dad was going to be the Tin Man. Buddy Ebsen was going to be the Tin Man. Isn't it funny how life turns out? Because he ended up being Jed Clampett.
Well,
and one of the most iconic. But
it's a different path.
it's a
for
different
sure.
path. But you know, what they put the silver makeup for the Tin Man on him, and he had a bad reaction.
So
to
it had aluminum dust in the paint, and it got into his lungs and almost killed him.
Oh my gosh!
And it helped cancel the production. So the first 2 weeks of production for The Wizard of Oz were a catastrophe. That being one of the big ones. But also the director got sacked. A lot of things happened in the first 2 weeks. So because of that reboot, they decided they would put on, change the design of the slippers, change the design of the gingham drapes, change her hairstyle. I mean, they really got into it. And so they rebuilt the show and to what we see today. But we're putting a little video together that's going to go with our exhibit that'll tell some of this history. Anyway, I don't want to digress too much on that, but that's where I'm going for a few days. Then I'm coming right back, and we're going to go.
You're going to come back to move me
to the next location.
Next location, and that is the final location, and the tour will be over.
Yeah, but then the fun really begins.
And then we drive home all the way across the country, which is going to take us a bit, but we're going to film things on the way home. And we've been trying to do that, but it's really been a challenge because I have to get from one place to another.
Well, we stopped at your friend's house.
We did.
Days ago, so
we did.
Why don't you preview that? Because that'll be
okay.
next week.
So if you're a soap opera fan, you probably know who Dan Kroll is. He started Soap Opera Central, and for I think like something like 30 years had that, 25 years, something like that. I've always loved Dan Kroll, and I've never gotten a chance to spend a whole lot of time with him because he lives in Pennsylvania. I live in Vegas. And I remember him asking me to do a red carpet with him once because he does the red carpet on the Emmys. And it was after One Life to Live. And I couldn't do it. I think I was going on the road. But but he's so good at what he does. I mean, he took soap operas and just really made it special for the viewers. And he ended up buying the Hess mansion in Pennsylvania. And he has restored it. And this place had a discotheque in the basement. I mean, everybody from Cher to, you saw the pictures on the wall of the people that went there. And the place is just amazing. So we did go and we covered that. And I just thought, I love Dan Kroll as much as I thought I would.
That's your next week's show.
Yeah.
We're going to cut that together. Plus, my understanding is you've got to cook that roast.
I am going to cook the roast because I just have not, I haven't been cooking for you a lot. And I'm sorry.
I know, I've dropped 10 pounds since we've gone on the road. You'd think I'd lose
I,
weight
on the
at
other
fair.
hand, gain them because I'm eating anything I can get my hands on. But no, I just haven't had time. I'm doing 3 shows a day here. And I did 3 shows a day also in West Virginia. So by the time I'm done.
Speaking of West Virginia.
Yes, I had fun there.
Well, first thing I'm going to show, we're going to kind of work up to our big presentation. We will show a few things from West Virginia first, so it'll be a little out of sequence. But I did take 3 still pictures of the General Grant Hotel.
Where? West Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that hotel.
It's
haunted.
Right. So I thought we would show. It's a slideshow. Do you see that one in there? I think you're in the wrong folder. You've got to go to Vermont.
As he looks for that, may I just say something? I miss you guys so much.
Now there's one of those.
He's talking and I'm
talking.
Building. And I'm just saying how much I miss you. I miss my Friday night shows. I miss being with you. I'm so grateful we could do this on Saturday nights. See how I'm talking away?
You don't have to do that.
All right. So they're going to show you something Todd took. No. I'm going to just see who's in the room. I'm happy to be here. Here we go. I just finished. Kyle and I just got off stage like 10 minutes ago. So thank God my show's over.
So I'll talk over. No, you talk over. This is your favorite place.
This is the
General Grant.
General Lewis. General Lewis. Okay. General Lewis Inn. All right. So this is one of the oldest hotels. This actually was where a lot of the soldiers from the Civil War stayed as well. And this is a haunted hotel. It is. There's a picture of the front of it,
And there's your friends.
and it has. And there is Deb Cursillo and Joe Cursillo, two of my favorite people ever. Joe is a great mentalist.
Now this is right around the corner from the cemetery we filmed in.
Yeah, that's right around the corner from the cemetery. Now just look at that hotel. They have a couple bought it and they restored it to its absolute glory and then some. They had a very haunted room on the second floor in the front. You can actually see it on the far left, that window.
Go back one slide.
On the left, that room was incredibly haunted, and it's on the second floor, and it was that way for years and years and years.
Well, I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to get through this, get us out of Virginia,
Right.
and up and through Pennsylvania,
But
and
I think
to
that
Vermont.
it's an interesting fact that after they renovated the room and bought all new furniture for the room, well, all the rooms, but that room in particular there was so much action there, you know, and so they have not had any since they.
Well,
did
the
the
building
renovation.
is very old. I mean, it has the original hand-cut beams.
Yep.
A lot of the, they don't have bathrooms in the rooms. It's like in all the rooms. I don't know about all the rooms. But
Wait a minute.
the ones downstairs, you don't get a private bath.
You got to be kidding.
No, that's old hotels are like
Well,
that.
but that's not. I mean, the price does not reflect that, does it?
I wouldn't know.
I need
I
to
didn't
have my
rent a
own
room.
bathroom at least. So, you know.
Well,
no.
anyway,
Are you sure?
I went into 2 rooms that were open.
Yeah.
Neither one had bathroom, but doesn't mean that I went in all of it.
Yeah.
But it's older hotels and apartments used to share, and this is definitely.
Oh, I know
old.
because I lived at the Barbizon Hotel for Women when I was like 18 or 19 for a bit in New York City, and we had to share like 4 rooms to a bathroom.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to
It's
be
like old dormitory
where
days.
young actresses and models lived.
All right, so the
Barbizon.
next slideshow
Yes.
that we have, we're going to tell a story about the Greenbrier.
Ooh,
So in the same town, just down the road a little bit,
Lewisburg, West Virginia is such a great place.
that's my mom at the
Yeah.
Greenbrier. But go ahead. Cut
Wait a
cat.
minute, Debbie's at the Greenbrier?
That's her at the Greenbrier.
Oh, so that's when they opened the
casino.
casino.
And,
So-
and Jim Justice at the time, the owner of the Greenbrier, is now, I believe, the senator.
Yes,
But
he
he was
is.
governor at the time, right?
Yes,
So-
I don't know if he was governor at that,
that
time,
time.
but
But
he was governor,
back to
and
that
now
ribbon-cutting picture.
he's a senator now. Yes.
You could see in that picture, he's just
Let me take a
sort of
look
to the
here.
left of Debbie, off center.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
who all the people are. But anyway, it was kind of cool because she's been coming to this, the Greenbrier, since she was married to my father in the early
60
1954,
something
55.
years. Yes.
And go to the next slide. Oh, it's moving on its own. So there she is with my father in front of the Greenbrier.
That's on their honeymoon.
Right, 54, I think it is.
1954. That's them.
And it's
on
pretty
the
cool
honeymoon.
because it just hasn't changed. Now, this is kind of cool because in this bar area is the chandelier that my mother lent to them. When we shut the hotel down, we didn't really know what to do with the Gone with the Wind chandelier. We had 2 of them, and I think there's 2 shots of them maybe in another room as well. But there's 2 rooms that they live in, and we'll also show you a picture of them at the hotel. There
Oh
they
my
are.
gosh. Now
That's
I
the
remember
lobby
the
of the
first
hotel.
time we went there, you and I went there to stay. We didn't know anything about your mother having your honeymoon there. We didn't know anything about your mother opening a casino there. We didn't know anything. He wanted to stay at the hotel because I was working in Lewisburg. I was at the fair. And he wanted to come with me because Debbie and Carrie had just graduated to heaven. We hadn't been separated from each other in a really long time. I wasn't even really sure I was up to entertaining people yet. It was only maybe 5 months after the fact. But you said you would come with me if we could stay at the Greenbrier so you could go golfing because it's a PGA golf course. We go to the Greenbrier. We walk in.
John Haas comes with us.
John Haas was with us. You go in. I immediately knew there was all kinds of activity going on there. I remember I got out of the car and I went, whoa, there's a lot going on in here, right? And then you walked
We're going to
in
bypass that
and you
picture.
saw the picture,
Of where
you
we
saw
come
the
back.
chandeliers and you recognized them right away.
Well,
And
I
then it
knew-
all came to you
Yeah.
that you were the one that sent them. You know what I mean? That you were overseeing
skip
them
that
being
one as well.
sent. But you didn't put 2 and 2 together. We didn't yet know Debbie spent her
Good.
honeymoon there either.
Or actually, go to the next one. I'm lining up your next shot because it goes to this
Okay.
story. There you are. Cut to that one. Let's just go to that picture. There she is. This is our room at the Greenbrier. We're in a little bungalow.
You know that little bungalow goes for $1 million right now. They're selling them.
Well, I don't. That's
$1
ridiculous.
million.
No thanks.
Oh,
But anyway, there's your TV in the bed, and I took a picture of the room.
yep.
So
I'd get home from work at like midnight or 11 o'clock, something like that.
so we're sitting on the bed.
Yep.
TV though was turned off.
Correct.
So cut back to us and tell us what set it up.
Okay, so
Cut
TV
just the cat.
TV was turned off, and I got home from work around 11 o'clock. By the time I got to the hotel, it was about 11:30. And so the TV was turned off, and we're just sitting there talking for a few minutes. I just walked in. He asked me how everything went. I talked about the show. All of a sudden,
I said that I'd met the photographer.
He said, I met the photographer,
The son of the photographer.
the son of the photographer, who took the picture of Debbie and Eddie, which
the one you just saw.
the one you just saw on the bicycle. And so his dad shot that. And his son is now the photographer for the Greenbrier. And they had talked, and they talked about recreating the photograph with Todd and I. And so we were talking about whether we should try to do it, because I only had 2 more days. And, you know, I had 3 shows a day.
And we had to get wardrobe and everything else.
Well, yeah. And the strange thing is that I didn't have any clothes that looked like that. So I went down the next morning to the gift shop that has some clothes in it, and I found an outfit that was almost exactly like the one she was wearing. So we're sitting on the bed talking about whether we should try to recreate
that
this.
shot you had.
And
Yep.
In the midst of this conversation, the TV went on just by itself. Now,
That's up now.
that's what's up. Yes, but that is what appeared on the TV.
But the TV was actually not on.
Yeah, the TV went on, but only like the backlight, not
So these
the picture.
are when you have an LED television set
Yeah.
in these days, to illuminate the screen, they use what's called backlighting. So even though the LEDs, the power light wasn't even on the TV. And go back to the picture, you'll see the backlight is on. And you'll see 2 silhouettes in the backlight. So what are we looking at?
Okay, so the backlight came on, but that's not what we saw.
That is what we saw.
No, not until the end. I remember so
You mean
well.
it came on twice?
No, the TV came on, just the backlight, not the picture. And you looked at me, and I looked at you, and you looked at the TV. Now, it's not unusual for a TV. I mean, it's not usual, but it does happen that a TV will turn itself on or off. But not like this.
Not in my experience.
Not where the picture doesn't come on, just the backlight. So he looked at that, I looked at that, and all of a sudden I just said, Debbie, if that's you, turn the TV off. It just jumped out of my mouth like a frog. I mean, like, and what happened?
It turned off.
It turned off like that. And and you jumped out of the bed so fast at that. You jumped out of the bed. Your mouth was hanging open. And so then it turned on again, and you went over, and you were saying to me on your way over there is no logical explanation for this. This is not something that happens, not like this. And you were looking at things and whatnot, and I said, I don't know anything about that, and you said, this is just not usual. And then it turned off once he got back in the bed by itself.
It was off.
It turned on, and then it turned off.
Right.
Again, and those 2 faces that you see, those 2 shadows there.
Yeah, well, that was when you asked it. You asked again.
Yeah, and that's what came up. So
to me, there are
I
2
think it's
sort of
pretty cool.
silhouettes there.
Oh, for sure. And their heads are kind of close together.
Well, it looks like one is on your right. And
I think that's Debbie on the right.
Well, I don't know. I just know that
I
it
do.
looks as though they're looking in at us
Yes.
through this portal, is how I perceived it. And I'm not, as you all know, I am the skeptic of skeptics.
Oh, yeah.
So
you never believed this stuff.
well, I don't,
ever.
because most of the time it's BS. But
Wait, well,
I mean,
most of the time it's explained.
I'm not, and I've said to you before, you know, I'm a person of faith, so I believe in spiritual things.
Yes.
And so I don't, it's not that I don't believe that there could be spirits and how they manifest themselves. I've certainly seen demonic activity in my life.
Yeah, we don't want that.
But I've seen it in people,
Yeah.
in their activities. But this was a very positive energy. This was not a negative energy. Anyway, so that's our Greenbrier story. And there they were. And so the next thing that happened, if you skip into that video, you go back to the picture of the three of us holding the, there you go, right there. Show that.
Okay.
So this is what happened. We recreated the photo. There's the photographer. And
oh, we got to see him right before we left.
And so if you look over my head, you'll see there's the picture on the wall of my dad. But now they've added Cat in my picture to that. So if you scan around on the video here, you'll see there's a picture, then a one shot somewhere, I think at the end. Well, there's what we're looking at right there. So that's what we did. We created an A and B picture with my dad and my mother on the one side, and then we're on the other side. And you can see it's got the dates and the whole thing there. It's really
60
quite
years
cute.
Apart.
And yeah.
Wait, here's the cool part. In the exact
that's all. It's a two shot.
The exact same spot. If you look at the picture, if you go back to the picture, you can see that maybe, of course, in 60 something years, but you see, it's the same spot, same place.
Very minimal things have changed.
Yes, very minimal things. And it was really it was a super special thing, especially since we had just lost them. And so,
well, sometimes, you know, you don't really feel like doing these things, and then you're like, wow, it turns out to be a great idea. So I'm pleased that we did that.
Plus, we get to hang in the halls of the Greenbrier Hotel, which is the most majestic hotel I think I've ever seen.
There's something special about the place. I did also play some golf there. They have a spectacular, in fact, they have the old course there, and then they have the new white course, which is part of the PGA Tour. And at the time, residency was being held there by Lee Trevino, and we got to play golf with Lee Trevino. And I mean, it's a special place. They got a picture. I guess Sam Snead, the famous old golfer, was also somehow connected to the hotel, or certainly was a resident of Virginia, West Virginia, I guess. And they got a picture on the wall there of what?
What?
Sam Snead at the Greenbrier golf course.
Yes.
Doing what?
Holding a chicken.
Holding a chicken. Now, there are a lot of golf pictures I've seen in my life, but here's a picture of one of the most famous golfers, certainly in the top 100 most famous golfers, holding a chicken, a female.
And why wouldn't he?
Well, he's a West Virginia farm boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know, I want to say hi to Seth, because I've been on the road. I feel like I've been gone forever.
Well, Seth is important to show right now. Go to Zoom.
Okay.
It's hot.
Let's go say hi to Seth.
But I believe that
there you are. Oh
I believe that you bring some show and tell to go with the Greenbrier?
I did. As a matter of fact, I just so happened to remember seeing this outfit of your mom's that she wore to that opening.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Promptly on display.
When did you find that?
A long time ago, but I just remembered it was.
Hey, do me a favor when you do stuff like this.
I tag it.
Yeah,
so
because nobody's got the head for women's clothes like you do.
Yes.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Well, what's that line from the movie?
Do.
What? Oh gosh, what movie was it? It was funny. It's got. I can't think of it right now. But Seth, looking gorgeous as always. I love that shirt. I would like to know when and where you got that.
That would look good on you.
This with you. You were with me.
Oh yeah, but I think I bought one and it didn't fit me, and then I went back to get another one and they didn't have my size, and then I was all jealous because you got the shirt and it fit you.
Well, it'll fit you, and you can borrow it anytime you want.
Well, you know, but you're withering away to nothing.
It will not hold the Hooters.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That is very much true. That's why I'm sitting like this, because
well, it is open very far down, and I believe I did I give you that necklace you're wearing?
You did. You gave this to me a long time ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
yep.
gosh.
All right, I don't
very
mean to
pretty.
interrupt all this. A little
Sorry,
bit of a
we
close
haven't
up.
seen each other.
Close
Okay,
up.
another show
Yeah,
and
all
tell.
right.
Well, I was going through scrapbooks as per we have this thing going on at the Sphere, and I was going through some scrapbooks, and I found it interesting that I just so happened to find this in a scrapbook. This is your mom and dad's marriage license.
Oh my
right.
gosh.
So was that in the big book I was asking you to find? Okay.
Yeah, and you can see on the back, now the words are going to be backwards, but it says Mary.
No, they're not backwards because are they backwards?
Oh, that's right. So Mary Frances Reynolds and Edwin Jack Fisher.
But does
Oh
it
my
say where they
gosh.
are? Can you see anything about location?
Yes, I believe.
Was that in Florida?
Florida?
I don't think it was at the Greenbrier. That was a honeymoon.
Yeah. No.
Gross Singers.
Oh my God. I think that's where they filmed Dirty Dancing.
Well,
Nobody puts baby in a
But
corner.
Grossinger's where Eddie Eddie was friends with the Grosinger family, and they owned this club in
Oh
the
my
Catskills. And
gosh.
Eddie was discovered by Eddie Cantor and played there a lot. Loved the Catskills, and I think it's so. That must have been his choice that he wanted to get married there. But there you have it. But that's an important one. But I don't like to see you holding that with your without the gloves, because I think when you get into certain things like that.
This is a copy. This is not the. I just noticed it. As a matter of fact, this is a copy.
I see.
So I don't
Well,
know.
still, I mean, that's.
We don't
that's
have a copy
we don't-
either.
Yeah.
But I just don't want people to think we're using our grubby little fingers to handle everything.
Oh, right.
Correct. Well, mine are clean, I promise. But
Now, you
I
know, it's
have no
funny.
doubt.
Funny you say that. My mother, I used to say to my mom, you know, you really should wear the white gloves when you pick that up. Now, dear, my hands are clean. I was like, look, I know it's your stuff, but your hands, no matter how clean, have oil in the skin, and the oil gets into the fabric. And she would say, oh, dear, you're just being too... Now, it took this went on for decades. It took me 20 years to get her
to put the
to
gloves
actually
on.
put on the gloves.
Yeah.
Every time I'd film, and if you think about the bright lights thing at the end, what does she do with the slippers in bright lights? And
She
so here,
picks them up.
with her hands,
with
no
her
gloves,
hands.
and
Yeah.
and promptly drops them.
Yes.
I mean, everybody in the room went,
Yes.
and but they're hers. But still, I mean, it's like, so I always, it's not personal. It's just, that your
It's
skin,
true.
even if you wash the heck out of your hands, they still have oil in them. Now, a piece of paper, less of a problem. That the fabrics are really more of a problem
Right.
than a piece of paper. But if you notice, like when we went to the Reagan Library and all that, all those people are gloved up for everything.
Yeah.
Now, some of this could get a little fanatical. Like if, I mean, someday this one of these cans will be in the museum about me, and it's aluminum, so it's pretty much impervious to the skin oils.
Right. But you know what has entered our lives recently is your little stuffed Eeyore that you had when you were a little boy.
Yes.
And you brought it home not too long ago, and now it goes everywhere with us. It's in our bed.
He used to travel with me when I was little.
Well, that
Actually,
is
I'll
like
tell you,
60 something years
there's a
old.
picture somewhere, and I just don't remember where, of like years later when I was like 20,
He's about this big.
and he's in a briefcase.
Oh, really?
There's a picture of me carrying him somewhere in a briefcase.
Yeah.
I found this picture, and I thought, oh well, that's kind of interesting. So I had kept him. Had been my mom. What's great about her is she kept everything, and Carrie and I, just like
Oh my
most
gosh.
teenagers. And
No, but
otherwise, we didn't pay any attention.
you still have your Boy Scout outfit.
I know, but not me.
It's seriously.
If it was up to me,
it's
none
this
of it,
big.
none of it would be here.
Well, your mom. I remember after your mom graduated to heaven, and we went to Uncle Bill's house, which she lived at, and we went in that room, and there was so much stuff there was so much cupboard space she had built. Remember? And
Closet was big.
and it was in the closets. And I just remember thinking, my gosh, she saved everything.
But fortunately for me, she saved a lot of important things that I did not save. And
Yeah. And I really admire that, because I didn't save anything.
she always had this expanded consciousness of what needed to be preserved. Now she threw some stuff away, but Not really. I mean, over at Uncle Bill's house when we were cleaning out the house after Uncle Bill passed away, was all the old Greenway house stuff, like third and fourth tier kitchen stuff. You know, like mixers, old blenders, and old. She didn't throw anything away, so she had this sense that it was all going to be important, possibly.
Okay, well, there is a quick
Comment.
Yes, I've been to the studio in Houston, so they're talking about dancing now because of Grow Singers and Dirty Dancing,
Yeah,
where Patrick Swayze's mom taught him to dance.
right.
And so I want to just say that she was my dance teacher, and she taught at the Debbie Reynolds studio,
She
and that's where
certainly
I
did.
took the dance lessons that I had to take for a part I was doing. And I'm the worst dancer ever.
No, you're not.
Yes.
I get
Okay,
that
not
prize.
ever. You're good. But anyway, Patsy Swayze was a saint because she made me feel good, even though she wasn't false. She was just very nurturing and loving because she needed to get me to do this. And I just remember thinking, this is Patrick Swayze's mom. I mean, this is way cool.
I'll
And
tell
she
you
was
a
awesome.
funny story. I was doing something for Westwood Music, Fred Wallachie's company, and Patrick Swayze wanted to build a studio or do something, and he asked if I would consult with him. And he was on the set of some movie, and I went out to consult with him, and we were sitting together talking about what he wanted to do, and I was giving him my advice on what to build and how to build and help him with the design. And we found out real quick that we were both sort of very connected to our mothers.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really interesting because he could tell. We started talking about moms, and he could see the respect that I had for my mother and the love I had for my mom, and he was giving that back to me. And I was like, you could tell he was a special person just that alone. What do the people say when a girl is dating? If you see how they're treating their moms,
If you date somebody, listen to how they talk about their mother
and how they treat her.
and how they treat their mother. But if they don't have a good relationship with their mother, it's not good. I'm not saying that that's 100%, but generally speaking, I think it is because
my experience, it's 90% of the
there's
time.
just a lot of issues, and it's such a shame because it's not really their fault, but it's a very important thing. And anyone I ever dated, that was the thing I looked at. And with you, it was like, oh, he loves his mom so much.
Well, so did Patrick Swayze, and I'll tell you something.
Oh,
I did not know him really well, but we spent that whole day working on his studio, and I always respected his talent, but I
day when your mom was in GM Star, and from there forward to the end of her career, she was a true triple threat. She could sing, she could dance, she could act circles around people. She was incredible at all three. We don't really have that anymore, unless you're talking about a Broadway star. But in movies and all that sort of thing, you don't see it anymore. And Patrick Swayze.
So you're trying to say Ryan Reynolds is not a triple threat?
Ryan Reynolds?
Well, La La Land, wasn't he in there?
Well, I don't think that was Ryan Reynolds.
Well, who's in La La Land?
Oh gosh,
It is. Look,
No,
Seth, give me a hand here.
it's not Ryan Reynolds. Who was
Yeah,
it?
he's thumbs up.
He is Seth. It's Ryan Reynolds.
It is Ryan Reynolds.
No,
Yeah,
it was Ryan Gosling.
Oh God, it was. They look.
Okay.
So much
There you go.
alike.
That's what it was.
So,
See?
all right.
There
Well,
you go.
by the way, I love Ryan Reynolds. I have to say
I
that.
love Ryan
And I
Reynolds.
don't, and not because he's related to us in any way that I'm aware of, but I do think he has got fantastic timing as a comedian. He's
Oh,
a very
yeah.
good actor. But when I saw La La Land, and
But
which
that
is
was Ryan Gosling.
Gosling, but needless to say, the two stars of that, and I'm not putting them down because they're cute and whatever. But I remember we were at Telluride, a film festival, when that came out, and somebody from the press said to me, "Oh, what do you think about La La Land?" And I said, "Oh, I thought it was, fun, kind of cute. I'm glad to see a musical's getting made." They said, "Oh, it's sort of like Singing in the Rain," and I went, "No."
I just wasn't a fan.
And they were like,
I thought it was a great.
"No," but they're like, "What do you mean
effort,
it's
but-
not like Singing in the Rain?"
Yeah.
I said, "I don't even know how you could even put them in the same conversation.
Right.
One is like a student film
Yeah.
about a musical, whereas Singing in the Rain is a highly polished professional musical with some of the finest dancers in the world. And I don't mean just my mom, she was new.
Right.
But Sid Charisse with Gene
Who
Kelly,
directed that?
Gene Kelly
can someone
and
look
Stanley
that up?
Donen.
Who
Stanley
directed?
Donen and Gene Kelly.
No, but who directed La La Land?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not Stanley
Well,
Donen.
But
I will throw in and say, Todd, I don't know if you ever saw this. Ryan Gosling did win some kind of an award for that film, and he in particular thanked your mom. It was right after she passed away.
aw,
And said they dedicated that to her.
I think that's very sweet. I don't know them, but I really was careful because I didn't want to put it down because I was like, hey, it's great that they're doing a musical.
yeah.
And I don't think those people would have tried to put it on the same level. So when this person was trying to put those on the same level, I was like, wow,
Well,
don't even try to
I'll
do that.
tell you, the musical that they made and did an incredible job with is Chicago.
Yes.
And that's because Rob Marshall directed it, and he's a huge Broadway director, and he so gets it. And so he was able to take Chicago from the stage and put it on a screen, and it was magnificent. Yeah, I remember Catherine Zeta-Jones. She blew me away. I had no idea. She could dance, she could act, she could sing. You just don't see it that much anymore. So Patrick Swayze, to me, to bring it full circle, Patrick Swayze to me was like an old MGM star.
No,
you know?
he had it all.
He had it all.
I don't know that I ever heard him sing, but I
Yeah. She's like the wind. It's the song from Dirty Dancing.
is he any good at it?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I know that he wanted me to build him a studio, and I helped lay out the studio and design it, but I didn't actually ever hear him perform on any level, so I don't know. So I have no idea. All right, so we are leaving West Virginia.
Yes, we are.
No, I mean in our story.
In our story.
In our story.
Yeah.
And we are heading. Now we're
33 shows later,
we're
we
gonna
pack up the truck and we move to Beverly.
we're gonna do the video
Yes.
of the Gettys. No, we're gonna do Cat right there, the second thing from left to right.
Oh, by the
So
way,
we're on our journey.
you did tape some of my show. You got on stage with me.
But that's for
So
next
we'll
week.
bring that up.
That's next week.
Yeah, next week. So because a
That's-
lot of people had asked
This
if we were
is
going to do
Cat
that.
and I on the road making a stop. Cut to it. Ryan said we had to come to Buc-ee's. Don't turn that down. We can't hear it. What happened to our sound? It's not following your cut.
I love these kind of places because there's always so much stuff.
It's like glass.
Well, let's go.
We are going.
This place is insane. I mean, it's turn this down. It's almost right at the edge of breaking loose into full anarchy over food and nuts and coffee and tchotchkes. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, we'll be back. So, I don't know why I got so low. It's good, right? Very good. Fine. I'm having the brisket. So it's pretty good. Really good. I mean, not pretty good. Good. Really good. Okay. So it's just a short video, but what I thought was Ryan had said to stop there, so we did.
Yeah. Well,
And-
Ryan and I love Buc-ee's. Whenever we're driving on the East Coast, when we were on the road, we stop at Buc-ee's, and that was a brand new one, and it was the size of like 6 football fields.
Well, I don't know about
and
6,
full,
but it was
full of
huge.
people.
It was almost like a Walmart, though,
Yep.
like half a Walmart. But inside, it was hard to believe that you could fill a place with so much different type of food
But
and
people
drink
were
stuff.
fighting over the food, and there was lots of it. So that's
I
what
felt,
was
and I was serious there. I felt like any moment it could break out into a fight over the brisket sandwich.
Yeah.
And who was getting what? And the one with the triple meat version of the brisket sandwich with the extra sauce. I mean, there was like literally arguments and tension. It was like it was very palatable. Anyway, this
someone's asking where that Buc-ee's was, and that was in Harrisonburg, I think.
outside of it.
Yeah.
we passed through it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's
Harrisonburg,
brand
Virginia.
new, by the way. No, and
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was not in Harrisonburg, because don't you remember Ryan gave us
No, Harrisonburg.
Harrisonburg, but
Virginia.
Ryan gave us the name
Yeah.
of the town.
That's where
Ryan
it
might
was.
even remember. Ryan, do you remember? Are you there?
Ryan!
Come on,
I am here. It was about 15 minutes outside of Harrisonburg.
See,
make yourself known, tiny man in the box.
tiny man, let me see you.
There he is.
Oh, it makes me miss you terribly.
Kyle's got it all under control.
I will tell you that is true. We got it going, and and we had a great day. I thought about you a lot today. Are you back? Have you started school yet?
I have.
Yeah.
You know why she thought of you today? Because she was trying to find something and needed your help.
Yes, the very same.
As I say, it always shows up.
It always shows up.
But I will say that of just being an observer, Ryan he's very patient, and he does do a good job of kind of walking and following you around and making sure the trail of things ends up in one spot with you. He's very good.
I'm not gonna lie. I need
It's
help.
not my first rodeo.
No,
I
was loving watching the show. It was a funny show.
Do we have a
video of that?
No. But we did. We had fun in West Virginia. It was so great, wasn't it? It was super fun.
It was. I like that place.
I do too. I like it a lot. And it's so pretty here, Ryan. Too bad you're in school. You could be here with us too. Because we're having a lot of fun.
School.
I know. How is it? How is it, Ryan?
The kids aren't back yet. It's just for me.
Oh, okay. So
And
brace
boy,
yourself.
do you need it.
I know, right?
Ryan,
31 years.
how
I
many
don't know
more
how
years on your back, Ryan?
Only 2 more to go.
Yes, 2 years.
And then he's coming to Vegas.
No, he's never going to leave Pennsylvania, but he'll come to
What do you
Vegas
mean?
more
I'm
often,
building,
and he'll
I'm
stay
building
longer.
a place for him and his dog.
Todd is itching. He's itching
I
for it.
know. That's right. Next thing you know, Kyle will
Somebody's
be
got
there.
to follow
Ryan will
Cat
be
around
there.
and keep you in order.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh,
So
Okay, I'll let you get back to your
listen,
job.
we're
Okay.
going to go to the next part of our journey. So from this crazy little gas station, we can't even hardly call it that,
yeah.
we ended up getting to Gettysburg. And we stayed in an RV park there in Gettysburg
That
on Artillery
was
Ridge.
expensive, wasn't it?
Well, so I felt it's my duty. I don't do a lot of negative reviews, so I'm not going to make this negative. It was an okay RV park, but it was extremely expensive. The next place we went was even more expensive.
And that was in Hershey.
We went to
Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania after Gettysburg. and
Wow, $200.
Almost $200 a
for
night for an RV spot.
For an RV spot. That is crazy. Right?
And I will tell you that
a night.
I have been doing this most of my life, and I have never seen a price like that. I have in my life.
And you didn't really get anything.
It was an average RV park.
We were slammed
Average.
into
They're very close quarters, not extremely well laid out from a technical standpoint or a navigational standpoint. Logistics were mediocre at best. They did have a shuttle bus that took you over to the rides. So if you have a
if you have a family, it's probably worth it.
well, I think that's
go to
what
the park.
it's all about. It's a proximity thing, and they give you some early access and late access to the park. They give you a shuttle bus. So I mean, if that's of value to you, now you and me, we're not running over to the amusement park, having just spent the last 2.5 months in amusement parks. So we're not likely to want to go over and get on the Ferris wheel. But if that's your thing, maybe it's worth the extra $100.
Yep.
But I mean, normally this park would cost about $70, for that
I don't
quality.
know.
80 tops. It's not
Really?
$100.
I
park.
just thought it was super expensive for
Everything
what
in
you
the
got.
area was. Now the Gettysburg one, was at least a big pull through site. But the thing that made that unique is you were literally on Artillery Ridge in Gettysburg.
Yes.
So
And
there's
so
very
you're
little
paying
private
for
property.
the history. I just realized we should have put the camera that way because we are literally on the midway right here. And when Kyle got in, I pulled up the shutter, and I just looked down there. There are people. We're on the midway.
Well, we can move that at some point.
I mean, I like
Well,
that.
you're right there on the midway too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the middle of the park.
But I'm like looking at people winning things and buying things and eating things, and there's the Ferris wheel. Oh, the claws down there. I love
Nice
fairs.
job getting out of Gettysburg. Where were we?
Okay, Gettysburg. So we went to Gettysburg. We
Okay,
stayed
so-
at the RV park, and our friends Deb Cursillo and Joe Cursillo, my really good friends,
Became the
our
tour
really good
guides.
friends, became the tour guides. They came up from Harrisburg, Hershey area to Gettysburg to meet us, to take us on the Gettysburg tour.
Now, I just want to say that one of the things that we were doing on this tour, besides just visiting the battlefield, was in the evening we were going to go ghost hunting, and we have a video of all this. We do go ghost hunting, but I didn't tell you something had happened that night. So, being in Artillery Ridge, so we spent all night looking for ghosts and spirits and awakenings, and we went down to some very interesting places like the Devil's Den.
And we paid a lot of respect.
We did.
Yeah.
Now, the RV park, being in the middle of the battlefield, literally is on the ground that there were battles, and right there are monuments and things to stuff that happened in that area. So we got home, we all hung out pretty late, talked about our day, and I got up and brushed my teeth like really late. I mean, like 1, 2 I'd fallen asleep and I walked. I didn't brush my teeth, so I got up to brush my teeth, and I was in the bathroom, and there was this weird. We were almost alone in the park. Remember, there was nobody there.
Nobody there.
There was this weird voice that came through the window
In the bathroom?
in the bathroom. So much so that it like stopped me in my tracks. And I looked out the window and I saw nothing but an empty park. I actually came around and opened it and went and looked around to see what it was. It had me going for a while. You were asleep. I got in bed and I was going to go to sleep, and I was like, I can't let this lie. What was that voice? Why? I mean, it's a clear, what I thought was voice.
Did you understand what the voice
So here's
said?
what it was.
Oh, God.
So I
See, most things are explainable.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I got the chills when it happened, because it was like, I mean, hearing voices at night at 2 a.m. in Gettysburg after going ghost hunting,
Yeah.
and they're talking to you, you're like, okay, you got my attention. Anyway, I didn't figure this out till like an hour later. I just wouldn't let it go. We have an air freshener in the bathroom.
Yeah.
The air freshener is battery operated, and it has a pneumatic device in it that pushes down on the little can every 30 minutes or something.
And it goes,
But it actually makes a squeaky noise sometimes, or like a weird grumbling noise. It makes different noises. And that's what it was. It turns out. And so
no, wait a minute. I don't get where you get a voice from an air freshener.
I'm telling you, I played with it till it did it again. But it makes different
noises. Does the air freshener talk to you?
Well, I didn't know what it said, but
I don't think you should dismiss the voice.
You wouldn't. But I stayed with it. But here's what happened to me, though. So then I felt like pretty good. I went to bed. The next day, I had forgotten about it, and I was back in the bathroom, and it happened again. Except by this point, we're in a whole other place, and there was that same sound.
Oh, okay.
So I've identified the sound. But I'm just saying, I could see how, I'm telling you, it had me rattled.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that I went out to look to see what, I was willing to hang and talk with it, but so I went out the coach.
I can't believe you didn't wake me up.
Because it was, it was intense. I mean, it was not, I didn't want to get you all rattled. If you saw me rattled, then you really get rattled.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I would have taken the ghost meter out.
You wouldn't need the ghost meter. I mean, this thing was talking to us.
Okay.
You don't need a ghost meter.
Okay, I'm.
We were visited.
Yes.
By the air freshener ghost.
You're ridiculous.
Yes,
okay.
I am. So speaking of the air freshener ghost, the video we're going to show you is a bit long, like 15 minutes. But this is a whole tour of us going around Gettysburg. But towards the last part of the video, it's all at night. Even though the video is brighter, it's because the camera does well in low light. But it is nighttime practically. And we have some spectacular footage wandering around in the middle of the night in Gettysburg looking for ghosts. But it leads up to that. So here we go. Rock and roll.
We have a tour planned. We're going to take a loop around Gettysburg and take you to some sites. And I'm going to pretend I know what I'm doing.
I see this itinerary. This is quite the itinerary. He's prepared this elaborate documentation. He has even given credits because he doesn't want to be accused of plagiarizing, like our ex-president.
Jeez.
And anyway, he's got really good notes here. It's going to be very interesting. So, Kat?
I'm psyched because you know we're at
Deb?
Gettysburg. Yeah.
My son-in-law, who is an expert, gave me the locations, and then I wrote that up, sent it to him, and he proofread it and told me it's really good. So I think we're got some fun.
Are those wild turkeys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are those chickens? You know what? You know what those were? Those were those giant chickens. What do they call them?
Giant chickens.
Brahma chickens. They're about 10 times the size of normal chickens. I've never seen them before. We're almost done. Can we take them home?
And then we're going to head to
This is great.
I want to take you to the Eternal Flame. Because a lot of people come here and don't ever see it.
A lot of monuments everywhere.
I just didn't just mess up. Maybe.
What, turn around way?
Yeah, I was supposed to turn back there, but I'm going to fix it. I was looking the other
But
way.
this is all of the same. There's everywhere you go, there's a place to turn onto some battlefield. Like, look at the size of that monument.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to head over that way. What I wanted to do was go back out there for Cold War Fight. And I missed the turn because
Sure.
it was following me. Now we're going to come back around.
It's closed sunset to sunrise.
Someone is saying they wish the sound was louder.
So sunset and some
The sound, there's no sound, very low.
I see that. Oh, wait a minute, don't. I should have brought my badge. You think they'd honor a badge? We could say we're investigating. Oh, no, this is the judge. I'm the investigating officer. We're here.
already in enough trouble.
We're investigating. We just asked we're here investigating who's responsible for all these deaths out here.
Some of these monuments are gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. The problem here, there is so much to see. But I want to show you on your right. You'll see past the building with lights. On the right-hand side here, this is the National Soldiers Orphanage Homestead. Okay? This is where it was founded about 3 years after the Civil War. And that is where Olivia and Keenan lived for the first how many years of their marriage then? First 2 years. We're going to come back around to that again.
Look to your left.
That orphanage was notorious and is apparently haunted because the woman that ran it tortured the children.
Oh,
Yes. So we're going to come back past it again. On our left.
all right. Let's go slow because I'm going to put the roast meter on.
You see the red, white, and blue banners? Right?
Yep.
See the door with the black sign on it?
It's a streaming issue with the
The
sound,
entrance to their apartment
what
on the
Ryan
second
says. I know they can hear us,
floor.
but
And that's
I
where
just
they
want
say
everyone.
That's high.
Yeah.
See this little red
So
building
it's
is
not
that?
us, it's the stream.
Yep. It's at that building, and I'll tell you what that is. That is the house of Jenny Wade. Jenny Wade was making cookies when a bullet came through the window and killed her. She is the only civilian casualty of the Civil War.
Oh my God.
And
That's hard to imagine.
her ghost,
Goats.
her ghost is attached to the house.
What a story.
Yep. There's a little statue out front. She was, 20 years old? I think.
And they have a little candle in the window.
She was 20 years old, and it's only civilian casualty.
Yeah, Deb and Joe and us. And we're at Gettysburg, and this is going to be great. Yeah. But what's going to be even greater is when the sun goes down and we come
When
out.
you said this, I said the candle picture of it.
Yes. Look at that.
The words I want revenge.
Yeah, it knows what she is.
How old are those fences?
Well, they're not that old, but that's a the representation of what would have been there. Those are non-fence post fences.
A couple of things popped up. Haunted by what I done. Interesting use of language, right? Haunted by what I done.
Well, if you read that over there, it tells
Then
you,
it says I drowned nearby.
you see all these casualties over there.
And this says bury. So, I drowned nearby, haunted by what I done. Yeah, my meter went there. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like that has some big numbers on it.
250,000 people.
Some Confederate States of America. Army of the Northern Virginia's Second Army Corps. Well, it says 2,000 Civil War veterans came there in 1938 on the 75th anniversary of the battle. Some of them were in their 90s.
My name just came up.
That was weird.
I'm Catherine. Who
Not
are
too
you?
many girls would have been out here.
And who are you? Who are you? What's your name?
So you asked about the cannon. They look pretty real.
Don't say it. Okay. Only what you want me to know.
You can see how vast those fields are.
Unseen.
I feel unseen. That's interesting.
But imagine there were tens of thousands of men marching, linking with their arms.
And nowhere to hide.
And look at the forest. I mean, this is what I was saying, Kat. There is places to hide. I mean, you could get in this. These tree lines are thick. Oh yeah, and these guys would. Some people would stake out in here, but they fought in these straight lines, arm to arm, and just picked each other off like nothing. It was a crazy way to fight.
Because they want you to give them snacks. What's this up here?
This is big route house. Ridge. So I have this is a ridge where the snipers were.
Ooh.
Is the sound still low,
Lots of
everyone?
good rocks to be behind.
It's
I think the sound's pretty good now. I haven't seen anyone complain.
Yeah.
Okay, sound is good. Thanks, Ryan.
so this is the high ground where the Union Army was, and down in that valley was the South sharpshooters down in the Devil's Den. So that's what's below this, and they were picking off Union shoulders with their long rifles.
Someone's
Heavy
asking how
casualties.
many soldiers were killed more or less in Gettysburg.
Oh, it's thousands. Thousands. It's the highest losses of any American fought battle.
Wow.
Now check the reader down at Devil's
Oh, okay, hold on.
So
Gotta turn it back on.
there were a total of 51,000 casualties. 23,000. This is just Gettysburg. 23,000 Union, 28,000 Confederate. But killed were 3,155 and 3,900 in the Confederacy. Wounded 14,529. I mean, it was for a 2 or 3 day battle. It's the heaviest losses of anything. I mean, it's like beyond. I think I'd rather be up here than down there during the fight.
All right, so
What's the meter say?
how long did the
Meter
Civil War
says
last?
Several years.
51 out of 100. And
It's like 63 to 67 or something like that. Now we're back at the children's,
This was the
the
orphanage.
orphanage where they abuse children, right? In the basement.
Yes.
All right, so tell us what it is. This is the old soldiers' orphanage. It was established several years after the Civil War for the children who lost their families. And allegedly, the woman who ran it, whose name I forget, tortured the children in the basement. So this has a long history of hauntings and activity. Now, I'll also say, Todd, that my daughter and her husband lived here for 2 years, and they never saw ghosts. So.
What do you got going, Kat? Well, what's going on over there?
Well, on this.
Yeah, what about it?
Well,
I thought I heard something earlier.
I did too, but I was talking, so I missed it.
Well, you probably missed the message.
Juan is my first name. That's the second time. Juan. One moment, please. Juan is my first name. So Juan has come.
Now this is actually almost dark. This is like very late. The camera makes it look lighter.
Nothing. A little thing. 165,000 soldiers.
That's a challenge that few could compete with.
I mean, this battle only lasted 3 days, and you had all
It
those
said
losses.
Civil War, 61 to 65.
Sounds right. I believe this was in 63. But it was considered the bloodiest battle.
Yeah, it says, thank you for everything, everyone. It will always be the largest loss of Americans in a war. We were fighting each other.
Yeah.
I love that the people here, a lot of people really
You
love
figure
history.
somebody was sitting right here with a gun,
Yep,
shooting up on that hill.
yep. Is that the same rock that would have been there?
Of course.
It's just balancing there. Right?
Yeah. No. The thing is very heavy, needless to say. She ain't heavy.
The Devil's
My
Den
brother.
is one of the most haunted places in all of Gettysburg.
This is an interesting picture, isn't it? That's what we thought was
Visitors have reported a barefoot Confederate soldier who appears and points toward the little round top. Then he disappears.
All right. What's YouTube? I'll explain it to you. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't think you were going to ask me that.
And what do we look? I'm looking. Oh, I see. Okay.
This is our new high-tech ghost mirror. Now, this is me back up on top of Little Round Top. On Little Round Top, Union soldiers have appeared in period uniforms giving directions, only for them to vanish moments later.
You know, you're the ghost pointer. They won't come out when you're here, and that's just as right. It's just as well, you know, because really, who needs them?
Well,
I mean,
I'm
I'm really glad that there aren't many here. I want people to be at peace.
yeah. Well, you obviously, the purpose of them wandering around here was that they're not.
Yeah.
And I can imagine there are a lot of people that were shot in the woods that are not.
Listen to those. What are they called? Those katydids?
Lightning bugs.
No.
Crickets.
Well,
Oh, katydids.
katydids. So, let me just. Mike Keller was never caught.
in this case, it's war, so you don't catch killers.
I don't think anybody survived the Civil War.
Well, they did, but the thing is you don't catch combatants. You know, they're technically not killers.
Unless somebody got offed
Right.
and thrown into the woods.
Right. Well, that could have happened. That could have
That can
happened
happen anywhere.
last week.
Yes,
Some
exactly.
college student.
Boy, stranger things have
We're
happened.
close. Right there. There you go. Okay. So the one thing that I also have is you in the shop buying that new high-tech
Oh,
ghost
God.
meter.
Did not buy that. You did, because I was shocked when you bought it. I really was, because I'm still trying to figure it out. But
Do you want me to try to run that?
no, we can run that next time.
Okay.
But because I'm going to meet the girls.
Oh,
for
show
dinner.
those still pictures
But
there. See the
I
colorful
do-
picture? Yeah. This is kind of, these are still figure pictures that
Oh,
I took.
these are pretty.
This is now this is taken around the same time, and these are sort of enhanced. That's the little round top up there, and there's the Devil's Den. And that's what it kind of looks like enhanced with HDR. It's kind of pretty though. No one would ever think for a moment that literally all hell was breaking loose there. So anyway, a very interesting little journey, shall I say. It's fun to see those places. I have visited a lot of battlefields. That one does have a lot of connections to so many Americans, their families. Somebody's always got somebody there. There is a Reynolds that was killed at Gettysburg, but I don't know that he's directly or even remotely connected to us, but he was a famous general. He got killed in the early days of the battle. And so it's hard to say if we're connected in some way. But I think there's always somebody that can be traced back to probably even this battle. That's how
Oh
many
yeah,
because there's
I
so many
loved
people involved.
seeing this. I really did. It made me think of my mom, because my mom loved anything that had to do with the Civil War. She was a total history buff, but that for some reason she had a great pull to. And but I thought a lot of the stuff that was coming up on my ghost-o-meter, that what people were saying, on that, I thought it was, and that my name.
That was interesting.
That was interesting, but just people, a lot of things I didn't say, but what people were saying, I feel disembodied, like things like that. So you were just like, it was just really sad, because I think when people die that fast, and out of nowhere, and boom, and I don't doubt that people get stuck somewhere, because it's so sudden.
Well, those kind of wars, many of the people, of course, didn't want to be there. Some did, some didn't. So many people were killed. It was mass casualties because of the way they fought the wars. They literally just got up on lines of people and shot at each other. It was madness. But the outcome of the Civil War, of course, was the idea that we could never, ever do that again, and that all the states, had got to get along.
Yeah.
And that is how we are where we are today. Now, when I watch television today and I see the states fighting or shall we say challenging the federal government, that is exactly what happened in the Civil War. Now, for good reason in the Civil War. I mean, it was not just about slavery. It was about states' rights. So they believed they had the rights to own other people. Well, obviously today we know that's an absurd notion, but
Yeah.
back then people thought that these people were their property, the way that you would have anything else, a tractor or a piece of furniture or a pet. So there were a whole bunch of other people who said, no, that's not how this works at all. I mean, people are people. All men are created equal. And so, but there are similarities, even at this moment as we sit, where like right now there are states that are challenging the federal government. And I think you have to walk very carefully, very carefully. And I think when you stir people up to the point of violence, that is not only the wrong thing to do, but that is how we ended up in that Civil War.
Right.
There were people got very stirred up. They said, I have a right to live my life the way I want to live my life. This is my personal property. And they were like, yeah, but you can't own people. And they're like, yeah, we can. So, it seems like an absurd point of view, but it was over personal property rights. It wasn't just over slavery. They wanted the right to make their own rules for themselves. And that is what you hear today. Some states are saying, we have the right to be a sanctuary city. We have the right to protect these people in these cities. We have the right to ignore the federal government. And that is a slippery slope, very, very slippery. So everybody's got to really get along on these points.
Yeah.
We cannot end up doing that ever again.
Right.
Ever again. And I think Franklin Delano Roosevelt went there many years later to dedicate that monument that we were at first, and that was his takeaway. He saw all the people from the North and the South and their families, just many years later, of course, come together at that location and shake hands, and we were one nation under God at that moment. And that's truly where we are today. But we do have a tendency to fight a little more than we should. Anyway, that's my speech of the day.
And scene.
Cut.
Okay. I am going to suggest that we give stuff away.
In honor of Gettysburg.
And here's why.
Or in honor of the fairground.
Julie Gingrich, Patty Hughes, Tammy Anastasia.
What happened
Jackie,
to your friends that were here?
They're waiting at the restaurant for me.
Oh, well, shoot. Let's get
So I want to give stuff away. Also, Mary O'Connor came to see me today, and it was so great. She's going to be here tomorrow, too. So if you're in the area, come see us. We love to entertain you and to love on you.
Let me entertain
Let
you.
me
entertain you.
That's right. No, it's going to be a lot of fun if you come. So we are near Burlington, Vermont. Now let's give stuff away. I am going to need Seth to help me with this because, and Ryan, because I'm so confused about what wheels we're doing tonight.
Well, there it is.
Okay, so
There's
we
the
have
wheel.
that. There is
We have the regular wheel.
So the regular wheel is right now. If you're new, your name is on there if you chatted tonight. Okay?
Look at all the names. That's probably the most names ever.
If you chatted tonight, you are on the wheel, and there's a lot of names
By the way,
on the wheel.
cut to camera 3 and show yourself, Mr. Kyle.
Don't
His camera's-
Kyle Cam.
He's in the shadows, which is
Oh.
where techie people are. They live in the
Look
shadows.
how cute he is.
You could
No, let's see.
hit
We need
camera.
light on this boy.
Hit camera, and now lighten up what would be 2 or 3.
So you can see
Looks
that
like
Todd
3,
built
camera
this
3.
little TV
There you
studio. Here, I'm going to get out of your way.
Now
Kyle
punch up.
Cam.
It's 3 up. Now go back to multi. There you go. All right, he's alive.
He's alive. But you know what's great is that your mom gets to see you because when you come out, you're out for a bit.
Well, she wonders what you're doing to this poor boy.
Well, I feed him, right? I feed him. We talk a lot.
Not much, though.
We have great conversations.
Let me tell you
in
about
the middle
the
of
diet.
night.
Let me tell you, I thought I had weird eating habits.
I made spaghetti and meat sauce for you guys last night.
You did.
A little credit. Now,
It was a momentary break from the Panera mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was.
And the Dr. Pepper.
That's
Although you had
right.
Dr. Pepper with
But
spaghetti.
kids this age, that's what they're routine eaters. They like their things.
It was pretty good still.
Was it?
It's pretty good. The spaghetti's good, right?
Yeah.
My favorite thing she makes, practically, I think.
Yep. You're a routine eater. Okay, but I have to go because I want to meet the girls for
To the
dinner.
wheel. Launch the
Let's
wheel.
go to the wheel. And how many winners are here, Seth? Can you make yourself known? Tiny man in the TV?
In the box.
4.
4. Okay, here we go. Michael Jeffers, you are one of them. And
One
are
of
we
the
just
winners.
are we gonna we're gonna tell them
Do
what
all
they
4
won
and we'd say it at the end.
afterwards? Is
Yeah.
that right? Yeah. Okay. So Michael Jeffers, you're a winner. We'll tell you in a minute what you won. And congratulations. And let's
Next
see.
winner is.
And the next winner is Catherine B39. Congratulations to
Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay.
We will tell you what you have won in a moment.
It's a new car.
That's right. And Deb Tyler.
Now
I
her
want
I
to wait.
know.
I want to say to Deb Tyler, happy birthday to Robbie, her son. Happy birthday, Robbie. There you go. Happy birthday, Robbie. 30th birthday. All right. Good going, Deb. Congratulations. And now,
A long one.
Maria Karanika.
-DR3ET.
I believe that's a new name for me, so welcome. I don't know if you've been here, but there you go.
All right.
All right,
So
Seth, what have
tell
they
them what
won?
they've won.
Oh my gosh. Well, we are out of Oprah has taken all the cards for this show. So, in substitute, you have something to listen to in your car. We have two offerings. You can either get a Debbie Reynolds, Best of Debbie Reynolds CD for your car, or a digital copy that'll download to your computer or iPhone of Katherine Hicklin's Sincerely Broadway album. I recommend it. It's fabulous. And we will send that to you digitally on your email. So you can choose. This will be a physical copy and this will be a digital copy.
Okay, so on eBay, that CD you're holding in your hand of mine is like $125. It's unbelievable.
That's because I'm buying them all.
No. Anyway, if you want to know anything about my CD, it's with a full Broadway orchestra. I recorded all my favorite hits from Broadway, from Phantom of the Opera to Les Mis to the older. I just did all my favorite songs. It's like a Broadway parade, you know. It's really great, but it's a full orchestra. So if you were wondering what it is, that's my music CD, and I hope you like it if you get it.
All right.
Right.
So that's so Super Wheel time, right?
Super Wheel time.
Super Wheel. Here we go. Now this is all the donors from last week, who, as you can see, people donate throughout the show, and your name, which goes on a smaller wheel there, and there's a super prize. And Heather Tanchuk won you. Heather, thank you, and all of you who donate to the show. We just appreciate you so much. And Heather, I'm so happy you won. Heather used to have a cat that I used to call Phantom of the Opera cat because half its face was like blacked out with like a mask. And so I've never met Heather, but I love Heather. So congratulations, Heather, and thank you everyone who donated. The donators from tonight, you will be on next week's wheel.
Well, what is the Super Wheel prize?
What
I
is
don't
the
mean
Super
to
Wheel
be
prize?
nosy, but
Well, speaking of old spirits, I just heard this shrill in my ear, and I think it was Elizabeth. So I decided to.
oh, that's a nice one.
That is gorgeous.
Honestly, you know,
Great
before I ever owned or realized, you know, what we had, that was one of my favorite pictures of Liz.
Oh, I love
In fact,
that.
I used to use this picture of Liz, not that one, but that image.
Yeah.
When I would explain to people, I would say, now you understand when you're looking at this picture, this is what happened to my father. So when you're wondering why this,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's-
condoning what happened.
No,
I'm
but
just
it's
simply
kind of-
saying you look at that and you say, I understand what
My
could have
grandmother
happened.
used to say it best. She would tell me about cheaters and cheating and all that stuff when I was a little girl. Also, she said if I didn't get married by the time I was 21, I was an old maid. But she came from a different era. Now, I love my grandmother because she raised me and she was super awesome woman. But she said in one sentence, it's hard for a man to stand up when a woman lays down. And I asked her what she meant by that, because really I was only 13 or something. I'm like, what do you mean? And she said, it means that the woman holds the cards and you don't have to do that. She was trying to teach me to be a good girl, I think. You know?
I see. Well, no,
Yeah.
I get it.
But I love
mean,
that.
and I think my dad, if you read, you know, judging how he talks about my mother,
Yeah,
you know, she was clearly goody two shoes to him.
yeah.
And as he said, she was frigid or whatever. She, you know, was not interesting to her. You know, on one hand, he's saying he was seeking the Virgin of America. Then he complains that she's no good in bed. So there's obviously a dumb logic
and I'm not
in
gonna.
there.
Let me just say what I think about that, and then I'm gonna go. But here's the thing: it was not all her.
No, I get it.
He didn't get her there, and so it wasn't good.
No, but I was going.
So when people do that, it really annoys me. When they
where I was
blame
going
other
with
people.
this though was that because he was married to my mom,
So-
he had the wandering eye thing. and he's looking over there. And throw up that picture one more time.
Oh, and Heather Tanchuk,
Let's
if
see the
I were
picture.
you,
So wait,
I would get
just
that
hold everything.
framed.
Now, just don't
It's
break it up.
beautiful.
I'm telling a story.
Oh my God.
Jesus. The wandering eye wanders over and sees this woman. And, you know, she's sultry and a vixen and a voluptuary. And my mother's sort of this apple pie thing. And this thing is coming at you. I mean, I get it. You know, the guy was like, I cave. Now, he was an easy cave. As we all know later in history, he caved lots of times.
Right.
But needless to say, you can cut back. That was, you know, I get it. I get it. I don't condone it, but I get it.
No.
I get it, though.
Well, he should
get
not
it.
blame your mother for bad sex because that
He's
to
going to
me-
blame anybody but himself.
I know, but don't do that, people. It takes two to make a great tango, right? I mean, it takes
Or-
two people
Or to, a
putting
cluster.
some effort into
A
it.
cluster.
Yes. Look at Seth. I can't believe this conversation.
A Mae West quote popped in my mind, but I'm not going to say it.
Oh, okay, because you know, you never know who's listening.
Why can't you say it?
Well, it was with that old Mae West. Oh, sex is like a game of bridge. If you don't have a good partner, you better have a good hand.
Right.
That was good and perfectly acceptable for this hour of the night.
Yeah, I don't see a problem there. I mean,
Okay. So, is there any other announcements? You know, you've been putting great stuff on the Patreon. Thank you so much. I'm loving all of this. And I want you to, so if anybody wants to join our Patreon, you can go. Ryan, how are we doing this now? Because they've changed things, right? Or
Change things in what way?
there's other ways to find our Patreon. Or do they just go to patreon.com?
Yeah, it's actually in the description here on the YouTube page. But
Perfect.
If you go to Behind the Stage Doors with Cat and Todd, or frankly, you can just type in Cat and Todd Live, and it'll pop up.
Right.
Patreon.com, search it out.
So if you would like to see things in their entirety or old shows, our Patreon is for you. And thank you so much for those of you who have joined. We appreciate it. And I'm going to get a move on because the
Go to
girls,
4 real
the
quick while you got
kitchen's
a
going to
picture.
close
It
at the
keeps going
restaurant.
away.
So I'm going.
Okay, you have
Okay.
fun.
I also saw the prayer requests that came in tonight, and I just want you to know that I saw them, and I'm jotting them down before I go, and you can be sure of it. Okay, so no matter what, it seems like all is well, and I just want you to know I see you there. Okay, all right. So want to say good night?
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, George. Good night, my other George back there. Good night, Ryan. Good night, Kyle.
Good night.
Kyle, Ryan, Todd, and Kat, totally love you. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. I'm going to see if I can do a show.
We
next
did an
Friday.
hour show. This is a record.
It's an hour and 15.
No,
Hour and
no,
25.
No, it's not.
It is. I got to move because the kitchen's going to close.
Everyone's
Got to
waiting.
go. I'm going to take this off. The
Okay.
girls are waiting. Kyle, you ready to rock?